Hey, what's going on? This is Jerry Fetta, owner, founder, and CEO of the Wealth Dynamics brand, coming at you with Fitness Friday today. We're talking about health, fitness, because without health, there is no wealth, right? So I'm a former bodybuilder, personal trainer, fitness enthusiast. I'm a Legionnaire with First Form. I work out every day, except for last week. I was on a trip all week and I didn't really work out and exercise, but I'm back into it now. I'm doing twice a day this week to get caught up on all the stuff I missed last week. So I want to talk to you guys today about something that I think is very relevant. Now, before I do, here's my gimmick. Okay, you guys ready for this? So, if you watch to the end of the video, okay, you got to watch to the end, like literally the end, not the last 5 seconds, like until the video's all the way done, right? If you watch to the end of the video, right, and you finish it all, you need to like the video, you need to subscribe to the channel, and you need to turn notifications on for me. Right? All on YouTube, right? Then you need to do a hashtag, and I want you to say health is wealth. Hashtag health is wealth. If you do that, my team will send you a free replay of a 5-time world champion bodybuilder being interviewed about health and fitness. And you'll be able to see firsthand like what actually works. And this dude is on top of his game and he's been this way for 20, 30 years. So that's my gift to you if you watch to the end of the video. Let's dive into our content. All right, so I want to talk about like maintaining consistency with your fitness and with your nutrition, right? And I want to put this in the context of like really extreme dieting or really extreme activity, because what happens is oftentimes, with dieting, when we have, that side of things, and then we have the exercise side of things, there's really two approaches, right? And there's the kind of lifestyle gradual approach, and that's a little bit more of what I do, right? So I still eat sugar, I still have dessert, I still eat, chicken nuggets. Like I kind of eat whatever I want to eat, just making sure I get enough protein and that I'm eating organic things and I'm not putting crap in my body, right? And within that, like I don't have a lot of restriction otherwise. I just make sure I use moderation, and I make sure that if I eat it, I'm responsible to go burn it off. If I'm not willing to burn it off, I don't eat it. That's my rule. If I eat it, I'm gonna run or I'm gonna lift weights. That's for sure gonna happen. And if I don't do that, I'm accepting I'm going to gain fat and I'm gonna be out of shape as a result of that, okay? So that's kind of my approach with dieting, and that's the same approach I have with working out, right? Like I wanna do a workout that I can stick with. So I don't do CrossFit, I don't do crazy stuff. I do things that I can consistently do and that I enjoy. They're fun for me. I can go in and every day I can try and have a better workout than the last day, and I can have these consistent gradual increases, okay? So that's one way of doing things. Another way of doing things, and this is not a wrong or a right thing, some people need a more extreme change, right? And so what that might look like on a diet is for somebody that, it is different personalities, like totally different personalities, different beings that we're looking at here. So for example, I might be talking with someone where if they're allowed to have donuts and brownies and cheeseburgers, they don't feel like they're on a diet, and so they don't have this moderation mechanism. They're like, I'm going all or nothing, baby. Like you give me a plate of brownies, boom, whole plate's gonna be gone. I can't be around the brownies, right? And so with dieting, this person might need to be more extreme. They might need to do something like intermittent fasting or keto or a complete lifestyle change, so where it really shocks them into the reality of, I am on a diet. I don't eat the stuff I used to eat, not even in moderation. I get rid of it. And I used to be this way with bodybuilding, right? If I had cookies in the house, they were gonna be gone, so I couldn't put cookies in the house, right? And I found that the more discipline someone needs to put in, like the more extreme they need to be. So back then, I was prepping for a show. I was trying to get into a competition shape where I'd be 4 or 5% body fat. I would have muscle striations in my butt cheeks. That's how little my body fat was. And to do that, it's like you have to really be fine-tuned with your diet. And so my level of extreme didn't happen until I got to that place, right? Now for someone else, it might happen immediately, right? In order to be in a diet, they got to go into the war zone. They have to like go to that place mentally where they're like, this is what I'm doing, right? And so when that happens, when you go more extreme with diet and working out, okay, what I want to warn you about is you're going to see an immediate bump. Like you're going to see a drastic increase. If you're doing keto, you're doing intermittent fasting, you're going to drop pounds on the scale immediately. It's going to be very fast and it's going to happen in the first few days, right? Now, some of that's body fat, not very much of it yet. Okay, some of it, not very much. You have to realize that your body wants to not burn the fat. Your body is basically against you on this whole thing. It wants to be fat, it wants to be immobile, and it wants to have a life of ease and comfort. So you're the one that drives and operates your body, and you're saying, no, you can't be fat, right? You're not gonna be immobile, and you're gonna have a life of strenuous physical activity for at least 30 to 60 minutes every single day. And your body's saying, well, I don't want that. The body wants something that's simple and easy, and it's the path of least resistance. And you can determine that by just put a body there and leave it and see what happens. It starts to decay. It doesn't naturally go out of its way to improve itself. You have to make that happen, right? So let's say I'm doing keto and I get on, or I'm doing intermittent fasting, I get on, and I lose 5 pounds in the first 3 days, okay? Mainly, that's gonna be water weight. When you eat a lot of carbohydrates, when you eat a lot of salt, when you eat a lot of sugar, and you've got a lot of this extra stuff in your body that you don't have if you're fasting or you're doing keto, your body flushes out all of that. So you're gonna lose water weight. You're also going to lose what's called glycogen. Glycogen is what carbohydrates turn into. It's like a form of glucose that's stored in the muscle, and later it's used as fuel when you exercise, right? So you're gonna lose that. And so when you see that initial loss, it's gonna feel like a really quick one. You're gonna be like, this diet is magic. It works phenomenally. I lost 5 pounds in 3 days. Everyone and their cousin needs to know about this. But what happens is once you lose that, you can't keep losing it. You're now in a place called homeostasis. It's the new normal. Think of like a thermostat in a house, right? It keeps it within a certain range. So you dumped all the water weight, you dumped all of the carbohydrate, glucose and glycogen stored in the muscle, and now you're down at this baseline, and the only thing for you to dump now is fat or muscle. That's it, right? And so this is the part where, if you do this very quickly, your body will actually burn muscle before it burns fat. If you don't give it enough protein, your body is gonna say, well, crap, let's eat the muscle. Let's leave the fat. The fat, 1 gram of protein has 4 calories per gram. 1 gram of fat has 9 calories per gram. Your body's saying, let's save the good stuff to last. Fat's 9 calories, why would we burn that first? Let's save that, because if things really get bad, we're gonna need all those calories, so let's burn down the muscle first. Okay, so I'm 4 or 5 days into this maybe. Say I'm doing the intermittent fast, I'm doing the keto. What am I doing? I'm keeping my protein very high, right? I'm trying to get 1 gram of protein per lean pound of body weight that I am. So if I weigh 180 pounds, and let's say I'm 10% body fat, and I've probably got some bone and some muscle and some water and stuff, I'm probably trying to get 150 grams of protein. What is 150 grams of protein? Well, a slice of chicken, like a chicken breast the size of my hand, is probably 30 to 40 grams of protein. So that means that I need to be eating, for 150 of those, I need to be eating about 4 of those a day. Now, it doesn't have to just be chicken. It can be eggs. It can be whatever, right? But I want to make sure my protein is nice and high. If I'm a female and I weigh 120 pounds, I probably want to have 90 to 100 grams of protein, right? So that means I'm eating a lot of protein to keep my muscle, right? I want to force my body to keep building muscle by giving it protein. Protein is the building block of muscle. Your body's like, oh, I need the muscle. We're building muscle. I've got protein. We're going to the gym. We're working out with weights. We're apparently in muscle building mode. Let me not burn the muscle because we need that stuff. Let's burn the fat instead, right? What does this mean? If you don't do the gym and you don't do the protein, you're going to be what I call skinny fat. You'll lose weight on the scale, but you're going to burn the muscle and your body's going to leave the fat. So you have to give it reasons to keep the muscle by giving it fuel, protein, and then by giving it necessity through working out with weights, and then the muscle stays, right? Now, the other thing on this too is once you get down to that level, you're gonna even off on your results. You're not gonna be losing 5 pounds a week. If you did that, you'd die very quickly. So you're gonna lose, like, a healthy weight range is like 1 to maybe 2 pounds per week of body fat or body weight, depending on what's being burned. So if you're losing more than that, what's happening is you're building an inconsistent lifestyle. You're gonna do this for 6 or 8 weeks, and then you're gonna hit a plateau because you can't keep losing 5 pounds a week. And then you're gonna be like, what do I do? And then you're gonna fall off and have a loss, and then you go back to what you were doing before, and then the whole cycle repeats itself, and you just keep going fat, skinny, fat, skinny, fat, skinny. So you want this to be a lifestyle, which means it needs to be something that you gradually lose weight, you gradually land the airplane. Think about it, you're in an airplane, you don't want the pilot to nosedive down to the ground as fast as he possibly can, because that's not sustainable, it's not comfortable. So you're looking at, okay, if I really wanna make fitness and I really wanna make health part of my lifestyle, the key word is sustainability. It needs to become part of my daily life and something that I can keep up, where I don't need this mental toughness every single day just to get up and confront food and exercise, right? So what does that look like for you? Well, it's different for everybody, but that's what you want to find as you're going through this journey, guys. So that's all I've got for you today. Again, if you watch to the end of the video, hashtag health is wealth, right? And then we're gonna give you that free video on me interviewing Sean Wolf. He's a 5-time natural world champion bodybuilder, and he's got a lot of great things to say on the topic we just covered. That's all I got for you today. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.